Okay. We're going to get started. Uh, Alright, the past couple of shows, we talked about inferiority. And I think you guys got kind of a understanding of the different things that we as black people are doing that makes us appear inferior, and things that black men are doing, things that black women are doing, things that black children are doing, black senior citizens, black businesses, all different kinds of things that are being done that make us appear to be inferior. And so now that you have an understanding of that, we're going to go through some of the things that the different organizations and different advocates are working on, and just ways to kind of focus things better to try and get this stuff fixed. We're going to go through fixing the black community from A to Z. Y'all know how I do things. So today is a extreme pain day, so I may actually have to stop, and if so, then y'all know we'll pick it back up as soon as I'm able to get back up. But hopefully we can just get through it and deal with the first one, which we're going to address the situation of AIDS today. And AIDS is the second most devastating thing that is affecting black communities. Don't let nobody tell you a bunch of stuff about, different different issues that mean they try to make it seem like it has nothing to do with the spread of AIDS. Like it's just something that happens. And you got a lot of people with different theories on where it came from, and what white people did to blacks in Africa, and all these different things. And all of that stuff is okay to know, but what we're going to focus on is the things that black people are doing themselves to spread it. And we're going to talk about why it's spreading so quickly, and why it spread so quickly from African countries to the United States to different countries around the world. We're going to really be honest about some of the things that black people are doing that is keeping this situation from being contained, okay? And like I told y'all, if y'all want to fix some stuff, you're going to have to be honest about what your part is in it, and that way you know what part you're able to work on. And actually, I was very, very disappointed with Kobe Bryant. How does Kobe Bryant end up getting into a situation where he could have he could get messed up after, years after what happened with Magic? That means that while Kobe was paying attention to, the moves that Magic made on the courts and, the different basketball aspects of Magic's life, he wasn't paying attention to some of the mistakes that were made off the court that almost cost Magic a lot more than money. It ended up affecting not only Magic's life, but also the life of the woman that he loved. And, he has this woman who wants to have his child, and he put all of their lives in jeopardy by, trying to live the life. And so, my anger with him was not in that he caused the virus. My anger in him was that he could have easily saved a lot of black males' lives by saying, this is what I did, These are the mistakes that I made. Um, this is what it almost cost me. This is what it did cost me. Uh, you know, having to watch the woman that I love and the child that I wanted so badly, um, having to watch them have to go through testing and taking medication and doing different things to try and keep them from getting from acquiring AIDS. Um, he could have really broke it down for black males and let them know that this was not something to play with. This was not something to take lightly. But instead, he got caught up in the whole endorsement thing. White companies swooped down, and suddenly he was the face of AIDS. And the way that he handled it, he had enough money. He could have said, you know, I'll do it. I'll be the spokesperson, but I got to do it my way. I got to tell the truth about it, and so that I can save lives. And they would have either went along with it or not. He may not have gotten as many endorsements as he did, but he would have at least made a difference and actually saved some people. But the way that the white companies presented him, the pharmaceutical companies, the different things was, I'm magic, I got AIDS, you can be like me and take AIDS, take this medicine here, and he's smiling with on the camera with the commercials and different things. That gave black males the idea, and then you heard many of them saying, well, Magic got it, and he seemed okay. He seemed to be still having a happy life and, having it all. Because Magic didn't break it down for them exactly, or they wouldn't want to be around him or whatever. And I tell them, now cancer is more mainstream now. People are more accepting of people with cancer, but it wasn't always like that. It used to be called the Big C, and when you found out that you had it, when people found out that you had it, people were scared to touch you. People were scared to hold you. They were scared to hug you. They were scared to even be around you. They made their children scared to be around you because everybody was so afraid of getting it that, cancer patients ended up just being, loners and kind of backed away from everybody and, just stayed to themselves because it was something that people feared. And AIDS is a lot like that. I see people that have it as far as the ministries go. The people are sent to us once they find out that they have cancer, so that they know that they're not alone. That there are those of us that know what they're going through. Once we started dealing with the cancer part of it, immediately they started sending us people that have Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's is one of those things that will make a senior citizen want to just jump off a bridge. They get so frustrated and so angry at everybody that they just don't want to deal with nothing. They don't want to deal with anything. And that's if they can, not being able to remember things. If you get frustrated when you forget where you left your keys or where you left your phone or whatever. Imagine that happening every day on a daily basis, all throughout the day. It could be very, very frustrating. And then, of course, they started sending us people that, as soon as they found out that they were HIV positive, to try and get us so that we could help them find reason to live. That AIDS is not the end, just like cancer is not the end. cancer rate. Once you know you have it, then now you have some things that you can do with. Yes, there are a lot of you that are working on the AIDS situation in Africa, but I want you to go back and I want you to really see, look at 1969, look at 1970s through 1979, and I want you to see the white homosexual males that were dropping like flies. And I want you to start seeing the different white the white organizations that started coming into Africa and supposedly helping them with everything from polio to all different kinds of things. I want you to start seeing the spread of the disease, but I also want you to start seeing the mentality of many of them once they realized that they had it. You had a bunch of males that still went out and had sex with a bunch of females. So the next thing you know, a bunch of females happen at any time. Right? Now you nurses, y'all know, you get training and whatnot about how to handle needles and how to handle anything can happen. Anything. And there are many nurses that have gotten the virus because of something went wrong with the blood or one of those needles, and they ended up becoming infected. Okay, so while y'all worrying about zombies and all that stuff, y'all need to worry about what's going on in your black community right now. And before you have to worry about shooting a zombie, you might want to worry about catching the virus. And there are, like I say, if you do find out that you or a family member has it, you need to stop and say, okay, what are the natural things that can be done to make this situation better, or to start working on curing this situation? That should be the first thought in your mind, because there are a lot of people that are working on natural ways to combat this situation. Alright? So, y'all know how we do it. If we're still here next time, we're going to handle, I'm not even going to tell y'all what the next show is, but we're going to address some issues that are really starting to get y'all financially. But y'all know how we do it. If we're still here next time, we're going to deal with some things, okay?